everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your nice questions, comments, volunteering, and sending your donations and booking lessons with me. I truly appreciate. So today I will be reviewing an intonation app called INTONIA. A student of mine brought this to my attention. To be honest, when I heard first time, I was like, I wasn't so convinced, but when I saw how helpful it was, especially with my beginner student, with actually several beginner students, I thought actually it could be very helpful for many violinists. So I thought I will make a video about it, reviewing that one. So there are many tuners out there, and I remember when I was growing up, I had this square black machine that has two buttons on the right side where the sharp sign is, on the left side where the flat sign is. So whenever if I'm too sharp, this like a sharp sign would blink, or when I'm too low, the flat sign would blink. And I remember when I was practicing it, being quite frustrated as a young child. But I have learned to work with it and benefit from that one. So I could see that how much helpful, especially when we're having hard time, whether, you know, I'm sure some of you have experienced that sometimes we can't tell whether it's in tune or not, or sometimes we can tell it's out of tune, but it's hard to know, are we too sharp, are we too flat? It's sometimes not always easy to say. So I think using an app or machine, whatever it's helpful for us, it's always a good idea. So I would like to show you this app. So so I'm gonna just show you the app looks like this. So I hope this works. Okay, so now there's many different buttons. You can set different kind of functions. They have way of key setup, major, minor, intonation, equal temperament, and so on. And frequency. North America 440 pretty works well, even though in Europe it's a little higher. So if you're in a European region, you might want to try 440. If you're in North America or most of the world, it seems like 400 is safe way of to go by. So you might want to just play around. So this looks like this, you know, it looks like a little spreadsheet. So what I really like about it is it's very visual. So it's a little fun. It's like a little game. I find it. It's not just two dots, one blink here, one blink there. It shows a line as you play. I will show you. And then when you're a little sharp, I believe when you're in tune, it shows a white line. When we are sharp, it becomes a little orangey, a little red. When we're flat, it goes a little blue or bluish color. So I'm gonna just show you how it works. So I'll just press a little red button. I think it records. So let's say if I'm playing A major scale. So I don't know if you can see this white black thing. So let me see if I can show. Oops. You see that? So that's A. Now on our next one, let's see. That's better. A. But let's say if I'm a little sharp, is that? Or a little flat. Or sometimes if I play very softly, it shows very thin line. Like that. So that I find it quite fun to do, and it's very visual. So whenever it's not other color other than white, so it helps us to remember to adjust that one. What I don't find it particularly very helpful is when we vibrate, or when we play fast passages, or playing double stops. That's not the best. So let's say if I play, let's say I'm playing A, but if I vibrate, which is quite nice to see these waves, so it's catching all this one. I guess one could say it's a nice thing, but I'm not used to that one. Maybe I'll get used to that. Or if I'm playing fast, the machine does not always catch that one. Yeah, usually a lot of dots, but sometimes it's hard to say. Or if I play double stops, it tend to not always catch that well. Yeah, so it's some there, some not there. So that's something that's not there. But what I find is really good is when you could use this app or any other tuner when you are practicing, warming up, and just to want to know whether you're in tune or not, and just slow long note. Just slow playing long sustaining note would be great. I would highly recommend for beginner students who are somewhat, some people who are having a hard time to tell whether the notes are too high or too low, that this kind of app would be great in my opinion. However, when you reach that level, maybe intermediate or advanced level, where you have to play with Pythagorean intonation or using just intonation, playing double stops, this may not be ideal, because then you have to adjust the intonation constantly. Either I haven't figured out how to use this app, or I wasn't able to make it work with that kind of passages. So let me know what you think. Try it out yourself. Nevertheless, I find it still very fun to play. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again. Bye bye.